here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Here comes the sun, woman.
Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for joining me for your New Moon SunCasts. The new moon this month is in the sign of Libra, and as many of you know, this was a black moon, which means that it's the second new moon in 1 month. And contrary to any of the negativity that you may have seen online, the black moon is actually a super positive lunation. New moons are the seeds for new beginnings, and at that period of time where the new moon is, it's a time to start something new that will grow and expand over the month cycle as the moon grows. This particular new moon, this black moon, is very much even more fortunate and lucky and good for all of us because it is conjunct Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, in the sign of Libra. So anytime you have a new moon that is conjunct Jupiter, it's an extremely fortunate time for all of us in general. What you want to do during this time is plant your seeds because you have an extra powerful boost of energy from that big planet Jupiter that brings expansion in our lives, spiritual awakening into our lives, dealings with people from other parts of the world, global interests, and it is in the sign of Libra, which is the sign of relationships. So relationships are going to be a super strong focus this month, and growing relationships, good luck and fortune through those connections, and really looking toward the future, actually being able to catch a glimpse of the future where your relationships are concerned. So the themes of justice, fairness, balance, equilibrium, and interconnection, connecting on a very deep, powerful, and spiritual level with another person or with other people in your life, is a very strong focus this month. So let's go ahead and take a look at the general readings for each of the 12 signs. Again, these are general messages. If you'd like a more in-depth and very specific individual reading for yourself, please contact me at my website, and I'd be happy and proud to be able to do a private personal reading for you. I have a number of options there that you can choose from. So thank you all again for tuning in. My current subscribers, I welcome you back. Thank you so much for being faithful to the channel. And my new subscribers, welcome to you. Thank you for tuning in, becoming a part of this Sun Woman community. Let's go on to the individual 12 signs. Hello Capricorn, this new moon in Libra, conjunct that Jupiter expansion, is going to be highlighting your 10th house. And your 10th house is the house of your professional ambitions, your career, your vocation. The 10th house is the apex of the chart, the highest point of your chart. So very much what goes on in the 10th house rules how the world sees you, your persona, your level of respect in the world, definitely your status. The 10th house rules people in our lives who are authority figures. So that could be bosses, supervisors, could be a paternal influence in your life. Very much the 10th house has to do with our highest professional aspirations. So with all of this activity in your 10th house, some of you may be embarking on a new career or reaching a level, an unprecedented level of expansion in your professional life. Many of you may be working overseas or doing jobs or in a profession that is going to require you to travel globally. Some of you may be dealing on a regular basis with people of different ethnic or national backgrounds, cultural backgrounds. And again, there just may be a significant amount of overseas travel for you beginning this month and through to August of 2017 while Jupiter is in your 11th house. But this new moon is going to be highlighting new beginnings and planting seeds in those areas. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the influences are for you, Capricorn. Now, you know, being that Capricorn, you are very much concerned with your professional aspirations and goals. So this is really a ripe time for you to really apply yourself, all of your concentration and your efforts in the direction, the career direction that you're hoping for, because you will be climbing up that ladder, and it could happen exponentially for you, you know, really getting to the top of your industry and being very much in the public eye. You know, the 10th house can bring us into public fame. So there may be some situation, responsibility, or role that you're playing that is really going to bring you out into the public and into the public eye, and set you up, you know, have you poised for a great amount of recognition and success, which, of course, for my Capricorns is, you know, music to your ears. Oops, let me just grab these. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the messages are for Capricorn for this new moon cycle in Libra. What are the messages for Capricorn for the new moon cycle in Libra? Messages for Capricorn for a new moon cycle in Libra. Okay. All right, I'll choose this one. Let's see. Okay, we have the moon in the past, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Swords. We have the Tower, the Devil, the Fool, and the Four of Swords. Wow. Okay, these are some really fascinating cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the message is for you from Spirit at the base of the reading. What is the underlying message for Capricorn? The underlying message for Capricorn. What is the underlying message for Capricorn? Capricorn. Okay, Capricorns. All right, the Gentle. The Gentle. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So, very interesting to me. I'm actually going to pull two more cards here because I want to see what this Ten of Swords and this Tower are here, just to get a little more information. I definitely feel like there is some information that's going to be coming through for you this month, or actually that you recently received, that is going to have a great bearing on you this month. Let's see what these, the Ten of Swords. Okay, we have the Three of Swords there. We have the Knight of Pentacles on the Tower. All right. Okay. So for you, Capricorn, you know, I'm led first to look at this Oracle card, which is the Gentle. And some of the key words on the Gentle are penetrating, a soft approach, faith, moderation, a subtle but deep influence, understanding, and non-violence. Now, I can't help but look at, you know, what's going on here in the near future. You know, the Ten of Swords is coming up, the Three of Swords is coming up, and then we have the Tower in your advice area with the Knight of Pentacles that I pulled for clarifiers. And I feel like there is going to be some kind of major change for you emotionally, and the message here is to let it happen. Okay, that's the message I'm getting. Let it happen. And the reason that I'm saying this is that the Oracle card here is indicating that whatever is taking place, you need to allow this influence to wash over you. Okay, because there's a major change coming in your life, and you know, in the near future, which I feel in a lot of ways may indicate mid-month, where we're having this full moon in Aries. And the full moon is going to be a very emotional period. It's around the 16th, and it is aspected by the planet Pluto. So, you know, Pluto is never easy. Whatever Pluto does, it does in a way that kind of breaks things down, like the tower that's showing here, in order to rebuild. So in some area of your life, I feel like things are changing majorly. Foundations that you have built are needing to be let down, needing to be removed so that something new can be built on brick by brick. Okay? So some of you in your professional life, I do feel like there are changes happening that are outside of your control. This is what's coming here. The moon indicates that you may have recently you know, been concerned about your stability, about your job, about your professional viability. You may have been worried or concerned, you know, some sleepless nights. And there may be some kind of smokescreen or veil or something covering the situation so that you haven't been able to see clearly through. And so as a result of that, not knowing what's going on behind the scenes, not knowing what people's intentions are, you may have been feeling quite insecure and uncertain as to your position. What I want to say to you is that your position in life is secure. I'm not talking about your job situation right now. I'm not talking about your professional ambitions. I'm not talking about anything except what you have systematically built in your life through your own efforts. We're talking about your reputation. We're talking about the way that people regard you, the respect that you have garnered, the respect that you've earned, the time and energy that you have put into something in your life that you have mastered. And so I do feel that you are in a position of mastery where no matter where you are, no matter where you go, what company, what business, what agency, you know, what location, wherever, what institution, wherever you are carrying with you the years of experience and skill and you know, and the jobs well done that you have already performed. The Four of Wands is on you, and the Four of Wands talks about building a secure foundation that you can now set off from. Okay, so I feel that in your life in general, you have worked for years to secure yourself in your industry, to secure yourself in your area of expertise, and you have now come to some kind of stage where you are now moving on to another stage. Now, I do see the ending of a cycle, and I feel that there may be a difficult ending coming up, okay, because of the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords here. Sometimes we tend to hold on to things longer than Spirit wants us to, because we want to control everything. We want to, you know, sometimes be control freaks about our future, about our current status, about where we're going in life. And unexpected circumstances come in that totally catch us off guard, come in by surprise, maybe wipe the slate clean or shake the foundations of our life in order to show us what is secure and what is not secure. So I do feel that in the near future, very possibly this month, you are going to come to a point of culmination. There's going to be an ending. And I do feel that this ending is something that is going to happen, and it is for your best interest. Now, it may not be easy. It may come as a surprise. It may be something that causes you a great deal of emotional concern. I read the cards with the messages that come through, and I can only speak the truth that brings itself out to me. So, for those of you who may not want to hear this message, I can understand that, and I respect that. But it's important for me to give you what I have in front of me in order to prepare you, okay? In order for that you may have a glimpse behind the veil of what may be coming down the road for you, so that you can prepare yourself, so that you can get all of your ducks in a row. So I do see an ending. I see an ending, but I feel that the reason this is going to happen is because within yourself, within your deepest heart, your deepest desires, you are ready to do something new. You are ready to set out on a new path, on a path that you have not traveled before, okay? You have come to a level of mastery in your life, and now Spirit wants you to cast your net farther than where you currently are. And within your heart, I feel that you are hoping for the opportunity to set out on a new path, to begin a new journey. Very much this could be in your professional life. There may be some shakeups in the company that you're working for, in the institution you're working for. There may be a situation where someone in the company is let go, or where you are faced with a decision of staying or going. There could be some restructuring, some job cuts that may affect you. There could be some cutbacks in where you are working that could affect you as well. However, know this. You are your best job, okay? No matter where you go and where you are, you carry that skill, those skills, and that experience with you. So even if the world that you are in right now is temporarily destabilized, you are going to land on your feet, Capricorn, because you have put in all the work that has needed to be put in. Now, what I feel is that it's going to be important for you, if you are faced with a situation that catches you off guard, that shakes things up in your life, okay, that comes as a disruption in your life, that you face this situation in a non-aggressive manner. This is not a time to fight. It's not a time to fight fire with fire. It is a time to face any difficulty or any challenge that comes through to you with a non-violent approach, okay? With a mild, controlled, temperate approach, because the way that you carry yourself, the way that you deal with a difficult situation is going to make all of the difference, as far as your reputation, as far as you having, getting the recommendations that you might need in order to go somewhere else, and in order to preserve your the respect that you have built up. It's going to be important for you to have an understanding that what's happening here is so much deeper than what it looks like on the surface. So, there may be someone in your midst, there may be someone that you've been dealing with, that you've been working with, who is a very difficult person to deal with, who is a very a very obsessive person when it comes to finances, someone who is perhaps obsessed with making money, and is perhaps someone who has a lot of vices, okay, there may be some addiction there may be some abuse, some substance abuse, there may be some a power abuse, okay, abuse of power I'm getting here. So there may be someone in your environment, in your professional environment, that may prove themselves to be quite a handful, who may pull rank, or who may try to undermine you, or really assault you with negative energy, try to overpower you, or really, this devil character can be quite devilish in their behavior. They don't care who they step on. They don't care who they abuse. They're only in it for their own gain. They could be, very only concerned with finances, with the bottom line, and they don't care about what happens to anyone else who cannot, who cannot serve their needs. So, having said that, it is very much a situation where you may need to extract yourself, or you may need to remove yourself from an environment that is unhealthy for you. Dealing with people, or one person in particular, who is an unhealthy influence in your life. You may be concerned, that this could affect you professionally, but what I say to you is, if a situation becomes untenable, if it becomes a situation where you can no longer deal with the people in your midst, or someone who is trying to lord over you, then do not be afraid to cut that situation off, to cut ties, and to find a new path. Go out on your own, start fresh, and start new somewhere else. Because really, deep within your heart, in the back of your mind, you've been wanting to do this, okay? You've been wanting to set out on your own path. Maybe start your own business, maybe freelance, maybe take someone up on an offer that you were presented with weeks ago or months ago that you never really contemplated because you were pretty much, okay where you are. But I think that there was the feeling of some dissatisfaction that is now even further exacerbated by having to deal with a very overpowering, egotistical, egomaniacal person that could be in your environment. All right? Now, the outcome this month is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a card about pulling yourself back from conflict, pulling yourself out of that fray, out of that power struggle, removing yourself from a situation that is overwhelming to you, and allowing yourself time to rest, recuperate, relax, replenish, revitalize yourself. You may decide to leave the job that you're in, leave the environment, and take some time off. Okay, just to gather yourself, get your mind together, replenish your energies. I want you to be careful of being so overwhelmed by a situation that you are not run down by it, where you're getting sick, or, it is lowering your immunity, your immune system. So you're going to need to rest. You're going to need to take some time off. If you can get away, this would be a good time to do that. If you could travel, if you could take a few days off, some vacation days, just so you can pull yourself out of this situation and gain a better perspective, then I do feel as a result of that, you will come up with a systematic plan, which is represented here by the Knight of Pentacles as my clarifier on the Tower. You will come up with a systematic plan to follow that is going to set you out on a new path, but one that's secure, that's certain, that you're not just flying off, into the wild blue yonder, because as an earth sign, that's not your style. You want to know where you're going. You want to know, what your hours are going to be. You want to know what your schedule is going to be. You want to feel stable and that you're going to be involved in something that is going to endure, okay? So take that time off. Whatever you're dealing with, deal with it in a detached manner, in a gentle manner. Moderate your reactions, your contact with people. Definitely stay controlled, stay focused and centered, so that whatever uncertainty or disruptions you may have to deal with, you are understanding on a deeper level that these things are happening for a reason, to close out a cycle that may have outgrown, and to set you off on a new path on this journey of life that you're on, towards what will be more fulfilling for you emotionally, professionally, and spiritually as well. Because you don't want to be just working in a job. You want to have a vocation that you enjoy, that you're dedicated to, that you love performing, or love doing, or love getting up in the morning and going to the office and creating successful outcomes. This is what you want. You don't want to be in an unhealthy environment, and if that is the case, it's time to remove yourself from that situation. Give yourself time to rest and recuperate and make your plans. Go back to the drawing board and do that networking, set out feelers, call in your markers, whatever you need to do to now start setting yourself out on a new path that is going to be more aligned with your purpose. All right, my Capricorn, so this is your message for the month of October, the new moon cycle in Libra. Thank you so much for liking and sharing my videos and for subscribing to my channel. I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy. And as always, I bid you namaste.